I'm just going to hit the recording. So if you're coming in for the recording, we've had a couple of technical difficulties. Bear with us. I'm going to put the link in for if somebody wants to go listen in live. Boom, simulcast. Yeah, can anybody else hear? Is it only like it's so weird? Um Can Steven, can you hear? No audio on the YouTube stream. What? Let me see. Boy, when it rains, it pours, huh? My mic on the stream says it's working. It might be a little lag, but there should be some audio. There's nothing on the stream. Okay, so the audio is coming through on YouTube. Oh man, it's funny. Miguel's on his phone, no problem. Steven's on the cell, not getting good sound. Now I'm very clear here on Discord. Oh, you can hear me on YouTube. All right, I think we're just gonna have to get going, you guys, and I apologize if anyone is not accounted for. The stream has audio. You can pop in there. If you're chatting, you're gonna be maybe 15 seconds behind. So I'll catch it eventually. Just it's gonna be just a little wonky today, you guys. I'll do a reset on my side too. I just did an update on Discord, so I'm not sure if they're having problems or what, but it is what it is. Hopefully you're on one channel or the other. And so, keep me posted here. If you can't get one or the other to work, let me know which one, keep me posted. Other than that, welcome out to the Market Watch Group weekly market wrap. Let's get going. We're behind. I'm glad I sound good on YouTube. Disclaimers, not brokers, not advisors, yada, yada, yada. Today's market analysis, revisit posture, mindset for trades. I bet you're going to carry some over the weekend. What are we looking at next week? Opportunity list, trading plan. Remember, we're working on routines. Let's just get into it. Today's market. Whew, Palantir got up there. Did anybody book anything? Is anyone still in it? Here's the SPY. We're looking pretty good. Now, here's the first thing. We're back into the green. One of the things that we said was we weren't going to adjust our weekly score in case we get back into the green. So if we look at the green, if we look at the weekly, we did just that. So I think we made the right decision by leaving our long-term score alone. We left it at 1.5. There it is, still there. Our short-term score dropped 1/4 of a point. Do we think it's going to stay that way? Do we think we're going to get that back? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't know. I kind of feel like I would give it the 1/4 point back. We're back at the old highs. Yeah? So if you are watching on YouTube and you comment, if you wouldn't mind, give me just like 2 or 3 words of context, just in case it's a little late and I'm like, wait, what was that from? That would be helpful. So I actually feel like I might give it a 1/4 point back as I'm starting to pre-assess. As I'm starting to pre-assess my posture, I do think that from trending, it's going to at least stay the same, maybe get a little better. As we look at volume could be interesting. Let's go down here. Quick peek at what it was. It's been flat. Are we at any point convinced that the buyers are coming back in? Well, now we have a buying day here, a selling day here, 1 and 1. Then we have a selling day here. 2-1 for the sellers. Then we have a buying day here. And another buying day here. Right? Above average. And what do we have here? Above average. By enough, average is 48. We got almost 52. 4 million. Yeah. So now, as I look at this, I see it as 3 buying days, 2 selling days. That's definitely a 1/4 of a point. Right? Definitely a 1/4. Someone might even consider a tie goes to the buyers. A 0 to 2 would be a 1/4 of a point. So I might be like, do I even want to give it a little more? I don't know. We'll see. Definitely getting a 1/4 here. So I do think that's showing some additional prospect. What does this tell us? It tells me, right? It tells me that if I'm thinking, should I hold some trades? Well, yeah, look what we see. Things that are giving increased clout to these different market components. Let me know what you think. A 1/4 point on volume, that puts us up maybe a 1/2 point already on the first half. Remember what we said. 1 step forward, 3/4 of a step back, but still made positive progress. Now what am I looking for? Well, this alone. Oh, you're not seeing the screen. Shit. Let me get that going here. Boo. Boo to today's technology problems. Now? Oh, everyone who went to YouTube can see the screen because YouTube looks at it differently. Everyone on YouTube is like, what are you talking about? Miguel's like, are you guys seeing this? Oh, you're all gamers for helping on a bad tech day. Bad Tech Friday. Okay. Now you should see the posture screen in both Discord and in YouTube. Having covered the first half of the analysis, we're now thinking about what does that look like? I think we're at least a 5. Major market, I don't think that's going to change. I don't think there's been enough of a shift between small caps and large caps. Let's even just look today real quickly. Let's go back out. Let's go back out to IWM. Up 2.35 today. And overall, we've had a pretty good bump. And we go to the Dow. So if you look at the Dow, we're only up 0.7. And if you look at the Russell, we're up 2.3. So that's a pretty good pop. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I think it'll be interesting to see, but I wouldn't expect it. With us at a 0.5 right now, I bet that stays the same. But based on what we're seeing today, I would say if anything, it goes up a little bit. But I would not put it as an expectation. I would put it as a possibility. Sector rotation. Sector rotation. I don't know. I keep thinking it's going to show up, but then we keep seeing utilities. We keep seeing staples. The sectors have been iffy. It's been a very iffy part. Give me your thoughts on that. There's plenty of momentum that's building to trades across our growth sectors like financials, like industrials, like technology. So because of that, I keep thinking, man, the rotation, but it's been pretty stable. We haven't really seen a shift where we're like, there it is. That's what we've been waiting for. I think sector rotation is likely to stay the same. And volatility. The VIX should be interesting. Further down. Where's my pen? Further down. Remember, this is our... Oh, that's way too big. What is that? Still only hear static. Bob, have you gone to the YouTube channel and switched to that for audio? Okay. Small caps are more sensitive to the interest rates. Yes, that's exactly right. Whenever we've seen them, sorry, I don't know. Now my pen has frozen things up. I'm sure you're seeing a white screen. Give me 1 second. Close the program. All right, here we go. There to there. So we're back in this like basing pattern range. I'm less concerned of like a bearish move, but it's still a higher low. So I'm still going to hedge if it comes. I'm less concerned because this range is kind of like where it's like, oh, it was pretty comfortable in there. And we're in that range again, but the low is all the way down here at 14.78. Sorry, Bob, when you hear the recording that you couldn't get that to work. But the concern that I'm having is if we turn into this, that is a higher low than that. Yeah. I got to be careful about that, I think. Okay. What would we score it, though? I mean, it hasn't really made a lower low or anything. I mean, it just came down. If it got all the way to here, I'd probably give it a quarter point back. I kind of feel like 1's the right score right now out of 2. It's good. It's not great. Plenty of room for improvement. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're going to end up at a 5. A 5. Maybe 5 1/4, but a 5. So it's like, what does that mean? That we're kind of settling into, for now, good. What are we waiting for? We may be waiting to see from that 5. Then what do we get from the Fed? Do you guys see did you guys see where we're at all of a sudden on this? And it's a weird thing because, again, I was talking about this earlier where I said it's kind of like when you're in elementary school and you're like, wouldn't it be great to have soda coming out of the fruit punch, coming out of the water fountain? You know? No, not really. And then you get it and you're like, so why? Well, because they're thinking a half, like, yeah, let's kick it. That's great. A half interpretation is likely seen as necessary. Not like, oh, this is good, but like, oh, the Fed's a little nervous. They're going to hit it with a double. We don't need to hit a double. I'd be a little nervous if they hit with a double. I think, it's not like it's come all the way down where they want it yet. So there's a little bit of room for it to keep coming and for them to start easing the rates back down. I don't know. Give me your thoughts. I'm still in the quarter point camp. I'm not moving. Here's today's. It's pretty broad based. Still some concern in the big boys, which we've already said they're in consolidation mode for us. There's nothing there for us. The rest of this is showing some prospects, right? Showing some prospects. Here's our economic calendar, 0.25 and lots of talk. There you go. There you go. Okay. Everyone's like, oh, they had more jobless claims. I mean, look, we don't quibble over 5,000 to 10,000 jobs here or there. It's 2,000 more than last week. 2,000 in a country of 350 million. Like, come on. Numbers matter. What did we get today? Sentiment came as expected, higher. Actually came higher than expected, which was higher than prior. No one cares about these things here. Next week we have Empire State Manufacturing, retail sales, production, utilization. That's the big one. The rate decision, followed by a little conference with Gerber. Anything else next week? Not really. Nothing Friday. Nothing really on Thursday. So everything right now is just kind of building towards Wednesday, then what the market's reaction is. I actually think ideally is the quarter point with some talk, with the talk saying we're where we need to be to start easing these rates down, right? So I think that's how the market would respond the best. Okay. What else? Let's go look at the watch list and the trades. Okay. Apple. I thought about it. It's just sort of slow. I think you could still take this. The problem with something like this is it could all of a sudden, very similar thing happen back here. 4 days. 4 days. Let me show you what they looked like real time in the standard candles. Where it was like slow, pullback, and then gone. So here it's like, yeah, there's a lot of similarity. In fact, if it dropped on Monday and then came back, that would look very similar. So yeah, if you're in it, if you're thinking about it, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm getting out. Or if you're not in it and you're thinking about it, I'd keep thinking about it. Aflac. So we have viability here, right? That's a viable signal. It's turned. I don't think we'll have this yet. I think we'll have last red. Oh yeah, first small Kaikeneshi. That's viable. So if you took a trade today in financials, not all financials, some financials. Amazon, if you're in it, got close, but you got to think it's Friday. What do I have left? AXP. Same kind of a thought process, but that would have been a hard one to trade into with all that. That was silly. Bank of America, still waiting. New York Mellon, still waiting. Well, actually, I guess that one kind of turned already. So, interesting. BLDR, still running. Yeah. Carrier, still running. There's some good stuff in industrials. Not necessarily all industrials, but a good number. CL, still setting up. Still viable for next week. Absolutely. It's viable for me all the way back here, but preferably above here. We're close. CMG, at or near resistance. I'd be thinking take a little profit if I haven't already. Costco still moving, still has momentum. Diamonds still, it's kind of moving into an interesting place. Fastenal, chilling. Bitcoin trying to make a little bit of a comeback. Look at gold. What's the thought there? I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Is that defensive? Is it basic materials are bullish? We'll figure it out. GM had an aggressive turn and then a pause. That's still a maybe. Google. For me, Google was kind of in this situation. I mean, I still feel like, I guess if you drew your consolidation differently, I don't know. I feel like I would like to see that get maybe just a little bit higher still, somewhere in there. From here, it would be iffy if we're going to find a pullback signal. That would be much easier, I think. So for me, it wasn't a trade. I was already waiting. Goldman. It's not for me. I think that's going to flag down almost, right? Like, I'm like, I don't know about that. Home Depot, you missed it. It was already there. Entry was 4 days ago, if you were thinking about it. ICE. ICE. Close. If you didn't take NDAQ, if you didn't like it, if you like this better, it's thinking about it. Nice trend. Small caps are already moving. JP Morgan is iffy and in a bad consolidation for me. KKR, that was a maybe. Coca-Cola. So Coke and CL, those are the two consumer staples that I'm leaning towards that I think would likely become trade alerts moving into next week. MasterCard extended. Mickey Donald's extended. Meta 2 days ago, if you were going to take it. 3M. 3M has kind of moved already, but I like the other two better from a consumer staple standpoint. It's got plenty of work to do. This is great. Busted out. Now, this one, for me, was viable the whole time. It was just, what were you waiting for from this, right? It kind of had a hiccup and then still gave a higher low signal. So that looks just fine. But the big news for me is it's buyers have it at new highs. Could it keep going? Sure. You kind of have a heavy resistance back here. You're getting close to that. But could it go more? Whatever it does through here, it's this that we're going to look for next, is the next pullback, right? The fact that Microsoft is stronger, that NVIDIA is stronger, Apple, the fact that technology is moving back into position, that's what we're looking for. That's helpful. That's useful to us. Just period. It is. NDAQ. Okay. It started. Yeah, we're in. We started. It's moving. Plenty of momentum to go. This thing can grind. If you were like, hey, let's watch this explode, and you didn't understand the assignment, this is a slower, more methodical move. This is all we need. Netflix looks bullish. NVIDIA's flat. A little bit of weakness maybe coming in. Not sure about that. There you can see some strength in where? Insurance financials. PLTR continues. If you're in it, do you continue holding? Do you look at the fact that the volume continues to diminish? That we got really close to that target. So if you take it, you take it. If you push it, you push it. There's no wrong answers at this point. QQQ showing some strength that we like to see to help with overall market health. RKT, I don't see anything great there. RTX, I don't see anything great there. SPY, pretty good recovery back to the old highs. Okay. Taiwan Semiconductor. Sorry, I didn't even talk about Tesla. Tesla's iffy. It's bumping its head. It's recency and frequency. 1, 2, possibly 3. Doesn't have a lot of volume. As it hits that level, you can see the buyers are a little bit scared. TSM. TSM. Looks fine. It's at the old high. You know, you might take a little piece off if you're in it and you're gonna carry it through the weekend. UNP might have got in. If you did, you might still be kind of in this little area. I'm still watching to see if there's something here, but it doesn't look great. USB, maybe UUP. We'll see. Dollar staying low, VIX staying pretty low. I mean, I think as far as a week goes, this is about all we could ask for. After last week got a little volatile again. Walmart. It's like a freight train. Can't keep up. Remember we said, hey, this may be the flag. And you have to reconcile with what? The fact that you're buying at the high. And then, boom, it goes higher. Look through the sectors real quick, then we'll talk about the plan. Basic materials. Sorry, give me just one. Just wanted to pull this over. So that's a little bit out of the way. XLB materials, like we said with gold, there's something there right now, right? There is definitely something there. So, okay. Materials, maybe. Communication services, got some strength. Energy, nothing there. We love that. Financials, looks like it's trying to get moving again. We love that. Industrials, that's our big ones. They look good. Technology, trying to move back, right? Making a boss move into trying to get back into space. Staples maybe slowing down a little bit. Utilities, oh, those look pretty steady. I don't know. I'm baffled by sectors right now. I'm not going to lie. Let me know what you think. I'm just like, I'm not really getting a good sense that there's much read from sector rotation. The implications just aren't necessarily, working that way like maybe we're used to. And so, yeah. I don't know. I'm interested to hear from you guys. I think that overall, sector rotation is probably going to stay pretty flat, but I think we've got plenty of opportunities brewing for next week. Our posture is going to hold up. Probably going to be a 5. I'm going to carry bullish trades. I'm going to look to initiate new bullish trades. Forward ho. Real quickly, before we reach time, you know what's interesting? Yesterday, the recording part said it started and then it turned off. But because I had the simulcast, I was able to grab that as a recording and put it on. So I was like, oh, that's working out. So I'm very glad we have the YouTube backup. Here's the first day where it was necessary. Now I can go troubleshoot, try to get a sense of what happened. But at least we have a mechanism to keep the wheels turning. Trading plan. What are we working? Oh no, I wanted to go here. This is directly from if you go into the leak. What do we have? We have routines. Daily. This is a pretty comprehensive list. Remember what I'm looking for out of your plan. At what time, for how long, what do you do? At what time, for how long, what do you do? I review the futures. I review the overnight news, the futures, the economic calendar. I look to see if there's any pre-market movers. I look to set any alerts for the day. I review that day's, previous day's trades, update, watch list. Prepare a trading plan. If you have any trades on, then yeah. Check the indicators on the market. Monitor social media and forums. That was a little extra. I just was like I was throwing the sink, you know? During market hours, it's all about monitoring and open positions and maybe new trades. right? New trades, search for new opportunities. After market close, when? For how long? What do you do? Then we have the weeklies. This is just on the weekend. What do I do, etc. Look, I'll tell you what. When you have these things well defined, I think you'll appreciate it. It's helpful. It's helpful because you're like, if something's happening, I'm going to see it. My routines will force that I see it. That's the thought process. Yeah. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns? I'm not sure what happened with our stream today, but I'm going to go dig in, see if I can't figure it out. And we'll see what it looks like for Sunday, but all back to usual. Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain. Find your time zone, be there. We'll go through this. Feels pretty good right now. I feel like the market seems good. I feel like we should be making some money with some bullish trades, hopefully, and we'll see where it puts us. All right. Well, thanks everybody. It's good to see you all. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great Friday night. Have a great Saturday. I will see you Sunday morning. We'll check in. We'll line up our trades for next week. I think we'll have some. We'll look to see if the Fed gives us a nice accommodative stance, and we'll go from there. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, happy trading.